blesses that bamboo. My holiness blesses that fence post. My holiness blesses, you name it. What are you looking at? My holiness blesses that. Close your eyes. And then as you think of different people in your life, say, my holiness blesses you, my friend, whoever it is. My holiness blesses you, mama. My holiness blesses you, papa. My, you name them. My holiness blesses you. My holiness blesses you. My holiness blesses you. You might open your eyes again. My holiness blesses whatever I see and whatever you're seeing. My holiness blesses. Or you can close your eyes again. My holiness blesses you. Whoever you're thinking about. Then close with, my holiness blesses the world. My holiness blesses the world. My holiness blesses the world. Okay, if you did that with me, you did one of your practice periods today. We'll do another one at the end in case you didn't do that one, or it can be one of your shorter ones, however you'd like to do it. If it helps you when I'm singing to do one of your lessons, well then that's what I'm trying to do, is try to be a help so that you can make your way through. My holiness blesses the world. I'm Forgiveness Willie, teaching forgiveness from my front yard here in the Ozarks. And I like to think of myself as a forgiveness teacher or a miracle teacher. So thank you for joining me in lesson 37 for Friday, February the 6th of 2026. And it's actually a Tuesday for me. But let's read through our lesson. My holiness blesses the world. This idea contains the first glimmerings of your true function in the world, or why you are here, to bless the world. That's why we're here. Your purpose is to see the world through your own holiness, your sacred wholeness. Thus are you and the world blessed together. No one loses. Nothing is taken away from anyone. Everyone gains through your holy vision. It signifies the end of sacrifice. Wow, we should be Happy about that. It signifies the end of sacrifice because it offers everyone his full due. And he is entitled to everything because it is his birthright as a son of God. There is no other way in which the idea of sacrifice can be removed from the world's thinking. Any other way of seeing will inevitably demand payment of someone or something. As a result, the perceiver will lose, nor will he have any idea why he is losing. Yet is his wholeness restored to his awareness through your vision. Your holiness blesses him by asking nothing of him. Your holiness blesses everyone around you because you don't ask anything of them. You know, it reminds me of a saying in the Tao Te Ching where it says, the greatest of love seems indifferent. So when you really love someone and you're blessing them with that love, you don't put any demands on them. The greatest of love seems indifferent because it's like whatever you want to do is fine with me, no requirement. So your holiness blesses him by asking nothing of him. Those who see themselves as whole make no demands. Your holiness is the salvation of the world. Your sacred wholeness. That's what I like to think of holiness. Your sacred oneness, the atonement. That I'm connected with God, and God's connected with everyone, and therefore I'm connected with everyone and with God, and I show my connection with God by my connection or my blessing of my brothers and sisters around me. Your holiness is the salvation of the world. It lets you teach the world that it is one with you, not by preaching to it, not by telling it anything, but merely by your quiet recognition that in your holiness are all things blessed along with you. Today's 4 longer exercise periods, each to involve 3 to 5 minutes of practice, begins with the repetition of the idea for today, followed by a minute or so of looking about you as you apply the idea to whatever you see. My holiness blesses the world, and then my holiness blesses, what his says here, my holiness blesses this chair. My holiness blesses that window. My holiness blesses this body. Then close your eyes and apply the idea to any person who occurs to you using his name and saying, my holiness blesses you, and then name the person you're thinking of. You may continue the practice period with your eyes closed. You may open your eyes again and apply the idea for today to your outer world if you so desire. You may alternate between applying the idea to what you see around you and to those who are in your thoughts. Or you may use any combination of these 2 phases of application that you prefer. The practice period should conclude with a repetition of the idea with your eyes closed, and another followed immediately with your eyes opened. The shorter exercises consist of repeating the idea as often as you can. It is particularly helpful to apply it silently to anyone you meet, using his name as you do so, and it doesn't matter whether you're meeting them in the physical or just meeting them in your mind. You could say, I bless you, whoever you're in your mind you're meeting. It is essential to use the idea if anyone seems to cause an adverse reaction in you. Offer him the blessing of your holiness immediately, that you may learn to keep it in your own awareness. Well, we're going to learn a little bit about that, to keep our holiness and our awareness. We've got to be able to bless everyone that comes into our awareness. Offer him the blessing of your holiness immediately. If someone causes an adverse reaction, offer him your holiness immediately, that you may learn to keep it, your holiness, in your own awareness. Keep from going unconscious. We've all been unconscious for so long, we're starting to wake up now. Okay, let's go look in our text reading, chapter 4, The Illusions of God, Roman numeral 6, the rewards of God. And as you're turning there, for you multiple year students, original edition chapter 4, Roman numeral 7, that is the constant state. Mark chapter 9, Iyengar, go ahead and read 52 and 53 again. And Utthita, is that Utthita Trikonasana? I think it's also known as the forward bend. And then out of A Course of Love, chapter 9, start in paragraph 29, read down through paragraph 32. That's in the section, The Prodigal Returns. That'd be us. We're returning to God. Okay, now let's read the rewards of God. The ego does not recognize the real source of threat. And if you associate yourself with the ego, you do not understand the situation as it is. Only your allegiance to it gives the ego any power over you. Only your allegiance to the ego gives it any power over you. I have spoken of the ego as if it were a separate thing, acting on its own. This was necessary to persuade you that you cannot dismiss it lightly and must realize how much of your thinking is ego-directed. We cannot safely let it go at that, however, or you will regard yourself as necessarily conflicted as long as you are here, or as long as you believe that you are here. The ego is nothing more than a part of your belief about yourself. Your other life has continued without interruption and has been and always will be totally unaffected by your attempts to disassociate it. Wow, your heavenly place, the place you're seated with Christ in heavenly places, is totally unaffected by your belief that you're an ego separate from yourself and God and your brothers. Paragraph 2. In learning to escape from the illusions, your debt to your brother is something you must never forget. Wow, catch this. In learning to escape from illusions, your debt to your brother is something you must never forget. Now that reminds me of Romans chapter, 13, verse 8, I think. I think that's 13. Might be 3. Anyway, Romans 13:8. Give no man anything except to love one another and thus fulfill the law of Christ. So let me read it again. Keep that in mind. In learning to escape from illusions, your debt to your brother is something you must never forget. The illusions of not loving. It is the same debt you owe to me, says Yeshua. Whenever you act egotistically towards another, you are throwing away the graciousness of your indebtedness and the holy perception it would produce. The term holy can be used here because as you learn how much you are indebted to the whole sonship, which includes me, you come as close as knowledge. You come as close to knowledge as perception can. Let me make a point here. The term holy, H-O-L-Y, can be used here because as you learn how much you are indebted to the in whole sonship, W-H-O-L-E, which includes me, says the author, Yeshua, you come as close to knowledge as perception can. So there he's connecting holiness, H-O-L-Y, to wholeness, H or W-H-O-L-E, whole and holiness. The gap is then so small that knowledge can easily flow across it and obliterate it forever. That's what we want, isn't it? Paragraph 3. You have very little trust in me as yet, but it will increase as you turn more and more often to me instead of to your ego for guidance. The results will convince you increasingly that this choice is the only sane one you can make. Okay, basically he gives you, what I've always seen in that and a lot of other places, is there's the scientific method. You can prove it to yourself just by turning to him instead of your ego, and eventually it will prove itself to you. No one who learns from experimentation, no one who learns from experience that one choice brings peace and joy while another brings chaos and disaster needs additional convincing. Learning through rewards is more effective than learning through pain, because pain is an ego illusion and can never induce more than a temporary effect. The rewards of God, however, are immediately recognized as eternal. Since this recognition is made by you and not the ego, the recognition itself establishes that you and your ego cannot be identical. You may believe that you have already accepted this difference, but you are by no means convinced as yet. The fact that you believe you must escape from the ego shows this, but you cannot escape from the ego by humbling it or controlling it or punishing it. 4. The ego and the spirit do not know each other. The separated mind cannot maintain the separation except by dissociating it. The separated mind cannot maintain the separation except by dissociating. Having done this, it denies all truly natural impulses, not because the ego is a separate thing, but because you want to believe that you are a separate thing. The ego is a device for maintaining this belief in separation, but it is still only your decision to use the device that enables it to endure. 5. How can you teach someone the value of something he has deliberately thrown away? He must have thrown it away because he did not value it. You can only show him how miserable he is without it and slowly bring it nearer so he can learn how his misery lessens as he approaches it. This teaches him to associate his misery with its absence and the opposite of misery with its presence. It gradually becomes desirable as he changes his mind about its worth. I am teaching you to associate misery with the ego and joy with the spirit. You have taught yourself the opposite. You are still free to choose, but can you really want the rewards of the ego in the presence of the rewards of God? 6. My trust in you is greater than yours in me at the moment, but it will not always be that way. Your mission is very simple. You are asked to live so as to demonstrate that you are not an ego, and I do not choose God's channels wrongly. The Holy One shares my trust and accepts my at-one-ment decisions because my will is never out of accord with His. I have said before that I am in charge of the atonement. This is only because I completed my part in it as a man and can now complete it through others. My chosen channels cannot fail because I will lend them my strength as long as theirs is wanting. 7. I will go with you to the Holy One, and through my perception, He can bridge the little gap. Your gratitude to your brother is the only gift I want. Your gratitude to your brother is the only gift that Yeshua wants to bring you to the Holy One. I will bring it to God for you, knowing that to know your brother is to know God. Well, that sure goes with our lesson today. My holiness blesses you, whoever, as you're thinking of everyone, like a little prayer you can give. If you are grateful to your brother, you are grateful to God for what He created. Through your gratitude, you come to know your brother, and one moment of real recognition makes everyone your brother because each of them is of your Father. Love does not conquer all, but it does set all things straight, or set all things right. Love does not conquer all, but it does set all things right. Because you are the kingdom of God, I can lead you back to your own creations. You do not recognize them now, but what has been dissociated is still there. And the last paragraph, 8. As you come closer to a brother, you approach me. And as you withdraw from a brother, I become distant to you. Salvation is a collaborative venture. It cannot be undertaken successfully by those who disengage themselves from the sonship, because they are disengaging themselves from me. God will come to you only as you will give him to your brothers. God will come to you only as you give God to your brothers. Learn first of them, and you will be ready to hear God. That is because the function of love is one. Well, this is what we're doing today in our lesson. My holiness blesses the world. My holiness blesses you. And then name that person, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, everybody that comes to your mind. And do it as a prayer. Like, send them a blessing. Truly have, and if you found somebody that you don't want to do it to, that's who you definitely want to send a blessing to. You need it as much as they do. Okay, that's how you find God. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on around the world. Lunar New Year today. Lunar New Year. Wonder why that is, because I don't think it's new moon. Lunar New Year. That's what I found online, though. Feast of St. Paul Miki and companions. He was some 27 Japanese martyrs I read. I didn't look at the details. It's a Catholic and some Christians holiday, probably in Japan. St. Paul Miki. Scout Jumu'ah, which is Islamic scouting. It's also Scout Sunday. Well, it's not Scout Sunday because it's not Sunday, is it? Anyway, it's I thought it said something about Scout Day. Anyway, Islamic Scout Day. Bubblegum Day, out of holidays and observances. Canadian Maple Syrup Day. The acers, you can, any of the acers, you are the maple trees, you can, all this, the whole genera you can tap for syrup, as well as other trees like walnut and sycamore and birch. Anyway, lots of them. Give kids a smile day. Now, that's something, we want to give everyone a smile, but definitely give kids a smile. If you want to enter the kingdom of heaven, you have to become like them. So tune in with them. Be a child. International Day of Zero Tolerance of Female Genital Mutilation. Well, I would definitely approve of that. Zero tolerance for that. International Frozen Yogurt Day. Lame Duck Day. Chopstick Day. Valentine Shopping Reminder Day. For all you guys that need to do some shopping, maybe you better be reminded today. You got a week or so. Wear Red Day. I guess I got a little red on my bandana. Women's Heart Day. Number Day. Pay a Compliment Day. Hey, and thank you all so much for joining me. It really helps me on my journey to have you join me. So thank you very much. It's my compliment for the day. One of them. Hopefully I give lots. Hope I'm in a state of gratitude all day as an eternal optimist. Reclaim Social Day. Reclaim Social Day. Ronald Reagan Day. Time to Talk Day. That should be every day. And Work Naked Day. Be careful where you do that at. And then out of Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, we've got the Chinese python snake bean, also known as a snake melon and a snake gourd. It's a Trichosanthes is the genus, and the species is Cucamirina. Okay, there you go. Let's read about what it says about it. I thought it was quite an interesting. We've been talking about the Three Sisters gardening, and so I was thinking this was a bean. When I got to look at it, it's actually a more of a squash. A Chinese python snake bean, unusual and delicious gourd relative that is referred to and used as a bean in its native China. Its fruit tastes much like a green bean, except even more delicious and tender. We could give up a lot of other vegetables before we would not grow the queen of garden crops, known for its divine taste and snake-like beauty. So snake-like, in fact, that the beans terrify more than a few visitors to our garden each summer. Snake bean is almost completely absent in U.S. markets. Its long, delicate fruit doesn't ship easily. Sounds like it'd be a good one for farmers markets, though. Chinese green python snake bean is the largest snake bean variety, growing up to 60 inches long, about 5 foot, and up to 1.5 inches thick. As it matures, it develops a bright green color and a thin layer of wax on the skin. When harvested at 12 to 30 inches long, it can be used like green beans or summer squash. Traditionally stir-fried with peppers and onions with vegetables, has many culinary uses. In Africa, the inside of fully mature fruit can be scraped out and used like tomato paste. This variety will need a sturdy trellis. Pinching lateral branches under 30 inches will encourage climbing. Fun to grow in kids' gardens, an absolutely unique vegetable. Okay, the snake bean. Chinese python snake bean. And anyway, you could grow it up your corn stalks or your sunflowers, I expect. Do we have time? Well, we don't have time to do our 5-minute practice like we did when we opened, but we can do one of your shorter practices where you can close your eyes after we're finished and or keep them continue after we're done. Just close your eyes and my holiness blesses the world, and then open your eyes. My holiness blesses everything I see. What do you see? And say it. My holiness blesses that. My holiness blesses that. Then close your eyes, and who are you thinking about? You can say, my holiness blesses you, my friend. My holiness blesses you. My holiness blesses my partner. Whoever you're thinking of. My holiness blesses my holiness blesses you. My holiness blesses the world. Okay, and our word for peace, we're going to take it from the Greek, Eirene. Eirene be with you. Go ahead and do your 4 or 5 minute practice periods today, or 3 minutes, and remind yourself often, my holiness blesses the world. Eirene.